Cutting across now to Telangana, where Chief Minister K. Chandrasekhar Rao on Ambedkar's birth anniversary is going to be inaugurating a 125-foot statue of the man who crafted our constitution. It is the 132nd birth anniversary of Dr. B.R. Ambedkar, and on that occasion, Telangana Chief Minister K. Chandrasekhar Rao is going to be unveiling the 125-foot tall statue. Swastika, my colleague, joining us for more details on this. Swastika, we've seen the kind of politics that has erupted over this. It's an outreach to Dalits, but it's not going to work, is what the BJP says. It is election season, in fact, in the state.
That is probably the allegation from the BJP side, but the fact of the matter is, if you look at 2018 elections, the BRS did perform very well. In fact, it made a clean sweep in almost all the reserved constituencies, whether it is the SC or STs. And what KCR essentially is targeting now is setting a bigger goal for himself to make a clean sweep of all the assembly seats that are reserved for the scheduled caste and the scheduled tribes community. And in that context, the 125-foot long statue of Dr. B.R. Ambedkar, one of his many tributes to the father of the Constitution, and then subsequently he's also going to name the secretariat after Dr. B.R. Ambedkar, which is going to be launched on the 30th of April. All of this goes on to show symbolically how the KCR government has been reaching out to these communities and also banking on them for their support as elections are fast approaching in the state of Telangana, slated to happen later this year. The other factor is, of course, the BJP angle here. The BJP on its part too is also wooing the SC/ST community, talking to them at length about all the schemes that have been undertaken by the Prime Minister, which includes entrepreneurship startup fund for people from marginalized communities, and that is the pitch that they are going ahead in the state of Telangana as well. So yes, this is one hotbed community that perhaps all the parties in the state are trying to appease, and KCR, of course, going one step ahead with that grand gesture to Dr. B.R. Ambedkar in the statue form.
Absolutely, and it's quite significant. The statue in itself is India's tallest statue of Baba Saheb Ambedkar. Also, the fact that the sculptor is a 98-year-old man. It took over 2 years to finalize the technical and manufacturing measures.
That's right. And the 125 feet factor is brought in because during the 125th birth anniversary of Dr. B.R. Ambedkar, that is when KCR had made this promise of coming up with a life-size mammoth structure of the statue. And this is bang in the middle of Hyderabad, just on the banks of the Hussain Sagar, a popular tourist destination as well. More so, apart from the statue being built by prominent architects from Maharashtra, Ram Sutta and Anil Sutta, the same duo who also were the brainchild behind the Statue of Unity in Kevadia, Gujarat. The other aspect is that this is going to be a massive generator in terms of revenue if the government decides to put tickets on it, to the fact that there is a museum, there are other amenities, there's going to be a life and sound show. So what KCR is attempting to do, the BJP says, the opposition says, is that trying to appropriate the legacy of B.R. Ambedkar for the sake of votes. But the BRS on its part says that whenever one looks back in history, KCR has always, in fact, expressed his gratitude to the fact that in the Constitution, the provision under which the Constitution scripted by Dr. B.R. Ambedkar is how a state like Telangana was carved out of Andhra Pradesh. And as a state, they've always had the highest amount of respect. The BJP, in fact, targeting its sharp attack on KCR question, while KCR is trying to appropriate the legacy of B.R. Ambedkar, he's also spoken about changing the constitution. And they've said that is this a warrant argument put forth by the KCR, who had once promised to put a Dalit as the chief minister of the state. So politics aside, what is happening right now in Hyderabad is a grand spectacle. We can see flowers in a short while from now will be shower petals will be floated on the statue itself. The chief minister himself, along with the grandson of Dr. B.R. Ambedkar, would be there, great-grandson, in fact, to honor the entire tribute. And subsequently, there's going to be a meeting as well that will be headed by KCR.
Right, and Swastika, as you were pointing out, we do have visuals coming in from Hyderabad there, where we are seeing rose petals that are being showered on the statue from a chopper. Politics over that continues. Before now, we are shifting focus. In fact, we are continuing with our coverage here coming in from Hyderabad, where, as you see on your screens, that 125-foot statue of Babasaheb Ambedkar has been unveiled by Chief Minister K. Chandrasekhar Rao. It is the tallest statue of Babasaheb Ambedkar in the entire country. The architect of India's constitution, an ode to him on his 132nd birth anniversary, coming in as a tribute from the BRS government there in the state of Telangana.